As you know by now, HBO is doing a Harry Potter series, and recently they race swapped yet again, this time with the Snape character. And J.K. Rowling recently decided to defend the actor playing the race swapped Blackwatch Snape, but not just his casting, specifically defending his right to advocate for trans rights because, of course, most of these actors, not most, all of these actors, if they're not down with the alphabet sex cult, then they don't have a career. So it's not shocking that a UK Negro would be advocating for trans rights. But anyway, this is what she had to say when people wondered if she would fire him because of his stance on trans rights. And she stated, quote, I don't have the power to sack an actor from the series, and I wouldn't exercise it if I did. I don't believe in taking away people's jobs or livelihoods because they hold legally protected beliefs that differ from mine. Now, of course, you listen to that, it sounds like a reasonable stance, but when you remind yourself what people of his ilk is advocating for, which is practicing the medical mutilation of human beings and pushing fake gender identities as real, then you come to realize, oh, that's actually something that shouldn't be tolerated. But again, the reason why she takes this sort of stance also has to do with the fact that she is defending the race swap. And as much as people wanted to cheerlead and raise the pom poms for J.K. Rowling because she stood on this one issue, this is just another reminder she's still a libtard at the end of the day. And quite frankly, there's been a lot of so called conservatives that have tricked themselves in believing a lot of these quote unquote classical liberals are actually allies just because they aren't as insane as full fledged libtards that will co sign every single issue that comes out of the liberal ideology. And quite frankly, if you're a feminist, you're still a supporter of the LGBTQ nonsense because a lot of feminism is what led to this dysfunctional reality when it comes to gender because feminism pushes this idea that there's no difference between men and women, that women can do everything men can do and even better. And that very same ideology is what led down to the path of taking that idea literal. There's literally no difference to the point where you can just switch back and forth between genders and expand the number of genders at will. So, in a lot of ways, uh, these feminists like J.K. Rowling are in full fledged support of this tranny bullshit. Because even when you heard her approach in which she criticized the tranny stuff, it was more so taking it as a anti-male stance, like blaming men for trying to take female positions because they're sexist men, not because they're feminine homosexual men that want to pretend to be women. The kind of men that feminists like her advocate for. But again, it's no surprise. I mean, she made a defense for the Black Hermione, and I'm sure she's one of these uh, British white women that's all for browning and blackening the UK. But anyway, I would say this is hypocrisy, but this should now just be expected coming from people that work within Hollywood. They don't actually have any morals or decency that they stand for, even if they may seem like it when they vocalize it from time to time.